This is Texans TV.
We do a deep dive on A.J. Moore's social media.
I actually had that outfit for about a month and a half before I even wore it.
And Papa John's is giving back to the community. Next on Texans 360.
We are ready to rock. It is rock and roll.
Hey, greatness today, man.
Touchdown, Texans.
That's when you think you've seen it all. There's always something else.
They want that content, we gon' give it to them.
Welcome into Texans 360 fam. We got another great show for you tonight. A.J. Moore, we catch up with him and his social media. Drew Doherty does his Drew's Dozen. And first, we've got Kamu Grugier-Hill, who signed with the Texans this offseason, doing some great things on the field. But how much do you know about the linebacker? We find out more in his My Football Story.
I'm from Aiea, Hawaii. Aiea, Hawaii is on Oahu. I grew up on Big Island, and then I went back to Oahu for high school. My life growing up was truthfully a blessing. I look back now and leaving home, you appreciate the things that you grew up around and the things that you did with your family. I was always at the beach, always with my brothers, surfing, fishing, diving, whatever it was. It was amazing. I played sports since I could walk. My mom just had me in all kinds of different sports, had me in everything. I played soccer, basketball, everything. But actually, it's funny, I didn't play football until my junior year of high school. Kind of just fell into it, and I really didn't play at all my junior year. I wasn't the best student, so I kind of had to sit out and watch my friends play. But senior year was the one year I got to play, and I fell in love with the game. I think for football, everything about it, just the contact, just the speed, just being able to kind of be your own player and be whoever you want to be out there on the field. For me, that's what I just fell in love with. My senior year, after the season, all my friends were having like D1 offers and going to college, and that's when I realized I didn't want to be left out, and I wanted to continue playing football. I was real late in the process, but I started sending film out and all this kind of stuff, and it was actually one of my friends who had an offer to Eastern Illinois already. The head coach just asked him, hey, do you have anyone else back home that can play? And he's like, yeah, come check out my boy. And so he came, took me out of class for 20 minutes and offered me a full scholarship, and that was my only scholarship, and I took it.
My name's Kamu Grugier-Hill. I'm a senior going to Eastern Illinois, and I play linebacker.
That process was definitely different for me. It's funny though, because when I went home to tell my mom about it, me and her both couldn't point where Illinois was on a map, and we didn't really understand what I was getting myself into. I didn't even have a visit or anything. Never left Hawaii in my life, and I just get dropped off in Charleston, Illinois, middle of cornfields. So it was a culture shock. The first 6 months there were rough for me. I wanted to come home, but having my friend there definitely helped. But then I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with the process. I fell in love with just growing in life. People overlook how important it is stepping out of your comfort zone and doing things you're not used to, or being around people who you didn't grow up with. It just makes you more diverse and makes you be able to have conversations with people who aren't like you. And I think just everything about that process is super important. So Jimmy Garoppolo was actually my quarterback in college. He was 2 years older than me. So when Jimmy got drafted, that really kind of opened the door for me. Scouts were coming in, and I saw that, and I chased that dream because I was like, I want to do that, and I want to get drafted. Just did my thing my junior, senior year. It's kind of crazy, actually. My school is so small that I had to do my pro day up at Northwestern. I had to join their pro day. Did the pro day, and I stuck out, and the rest was history.
With a 208th pick in the 2016 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Kamu Grugier-Hill, defensive back, Eastern Illinois.
Me getting drafted was, the biggest blessing in my life for sure. But it was still kind of this intangible thing, like no one except Jimmy from our school has done it in years. It was just what happens next, what round, how does this, where do I fall, how's all this work? My number was called in the 6th round. It was life-changing. When I first got in, it was also like another blessing in disguise because the team I got drafted to was New England, and Jimmy was there. So, I feel like God always had his hand on me. I have a friend going with me to college, and then now in the NFL, I had another friend to make the process a little easier. After training camp, I was like one of the last cuts. They were gonna try to bring me back on practice squad, but literally a couple hours, I get picked up on the active roster by Philly, and so I drive down 5 hours to Philadelphia. I ended up playing there for 4 years, and it was, we won a Super Bowl there, and it was an amazing time.
Backfield blast, Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Houston, I think, is a special place right now because there's a lot going on. We got a bunch of good guys here. I'm excited for it.
All right, the Texans are back at home this week as they host the New England Patriots, and every week we go behind enemy sidelines. This week's no different. I caught up with my friend Ben Volin, senior writer for the Boston Globe, to find out what the Patriots have been up to. It's Enemy Sidelines presented by Microsoft. Joining me today, my good friend Ben Volin, who I seem to talk to every single year when the Patriots and the Texans face each other. He's a senior writer for the Boston Globe. And Ben, I had a list of questions I was going to ask you, but we've got to get to the Stefan Gilmore news first. Obviously, the Patriots and Gilmore parting ways. You know, what does that sort of mean for the organization, and how much of that is a surprise?
Yeah, never a dull moment here in Foxborough. Bill Belichick taking everyone by surprise. The Patriots are going to be parting ways with Stefan Gilmore, and I'm surprised. They spent a ton of money in the offseason, over $175 million fully guaranteed, and yet for whatever reason they couldn't find a way to come to a new deal with Stefan Gilmore. And I think they've figured out that it's better to simply move on than to bring him back as part of the team, which I'm a little confused about. It's hard to say that the Patriots are going to be a better football team without Stefan Gilmore this year.
All right, well, I think the big story for Sunday's game, two rookie quarterbacks and Mac Jones and Davis Mills facing off. And Mac Jones, that Sunday night performance against Tom Brady and the Bucs, he seemed to really bounce back nicely from his performance the week before against the Saints, where he threw 3 interceptions. What did you learn about Mac Jones sort of playing under the bright lights in such a big game? And I think you had to be living under a rock if you did not know those two teams were playing each other, because I mean, I'll be honest, Ben, I had Patriots Buccaneers fatigue by Sunday morning. We'd been hearing about it all week. So it was a very highly publicized game for the rookie, and he came out pretty well in it, despite it being a loss.
Mac showed that the spotlight is not going to be too big for him, that he can handle it all. And that shouldn't be too surprising. He played at Alabama and played in the biggest moments, and certainly was in a fishbowl type of environment in Tuscaloosa. But I give Mac a lot of credit. He went toe-to-toe with Brady. I think showed a lot of toughness, and that's been throughout the first 4 games. He's been getting crushed. He's been taking a ton of hits and sacks, and he's been bouncing back up and hanging in there in the pocket, making the reads, making some good throws. He's been solid. He's been, I think, clearly the best rookie quarterback. But the Patriots need him to not just be good for a rookie, but to be good overall. They need to score more points. They've only been getting 1 to 2 touchdowns per game. They need to start turning more of these drives into touchdowns. But certainly Mac is off to a good start, and I think the Patriots feel comfortable about what they have with him.
All right, I like it. Ben Volin, senior writer for the Boston Globe. Always appreciate the time, Ben, and we'll talk soon.
All right, thank you very much.
Coming up, we enter the deep slant. That's next on Texans 360.
Hello, at Whataburger, Hunger Action Campaign, Houston Food Bank, Houston, Texas, me, and I bought my friend Toro. So I'm Travis Johnson, this is my friend Toro, you might know him.
I do.
So we're here for the Hunger Action Campaign with the Houston Texans and Whataburger.
They get a coupon for free Whataburger with a purchase of a medium fry and drink. And these funds that are raised for us are going to help children have more nutritious food so they can succeed in school.
Welcome back. Whataburger doing great things in the community. And you know what? We're all fans, including this next guest of mine, Terence Mitchell. I caught up with him in the Deep Slant. We talked about French fries, nicknames, and a lot more.
It's the Deep Slant 101 presented by Xfinity. My guest this week, Terence Mitchell, defensive back, year 8. Terence, you've started every game for the Texans that you've been here for. You actually started every game last year as well. And I was looking through all the teams that you've played for. You've had like a crazy journey in the NFL. So do you remember all the teams that you've been with since 2014 to now?
Yeah.
Can you list them?
Okay. So
I jotted them down, so I'll see, make sure you're right.
I got drafted to Dallas, then got cut from Dallas, went to Chicago, and then went back to Dallas. Then from Dallas went to Houston in 2016. Then from Houston went to Kansas City. Then from Kansas City to Cleveland, and from Cleveland back here.
Back to Houston again.
Yeah.
Like, you made a couple of double stops in some of these places.
Yeah.
How wild has it been just from 2014 to now to see where you started? I know there were a lot of times where you weren't even on practice squad, but you're inactive, and now you're a starter here for this Texans defense.
Well, it's just been a grind, and luckily I have strong faith in good people around me to keep my mind right, and just to continue to help me just keep grinding. And it's sometimes it doesn't start off right, but it's always about the finish, and I'm still working.
All right, you've got one of the coolest nicknames, Money Mitch.
Yeah.
I love the shirt that you wore a few weeks back. It had money all over it for one of the games.
Yeah.
So how did you get this amazing nickname?
Shoot, I just deliver the goods. Rather, sports or anything. It's not all about money. Money is just coming cash on delivery, just delivering the goods when it's needed.
You're not the first person with money as a nickname for a celebrity. So I came up with a few nicknamed celebrities that have money in their name, and I want you to rank them. Okay?
Okay.
Young Money, Moneybag Yo, Ty Dolla $ign, 50 Cent, and Johnny Cash.
Well, Young Money, that's Lil Wayne in them, so that go number one.
Okay.
Then I'll follow by, I'm going to go with my boy Ty Dolla just because he's from Cali. Then Moneybag Yo, he raw. Oh, 50 Cent tight too. That's kind of hard, honestly. And Johnny Cash, he a player. I don't know.
I know, that's his name.
Yeah, that's tight. Johnny Cash, that's hard. That's hard.
You just like everybody with the nickname Money, don't you?
I really do, I guess. Yeah, that was hard.
That was hard. Well, that's why it's a money nickname. Yeah. It's a great nickname to have. I heard a story when you were in Cleveland that you showed up to a radio show and you were eating French fries and you got yourself a French fry deal.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Man, they had some seasoned fries and some of them little chicken nuggets. It was good. Y'all ain't got no food here? Yeah.
Okay.
You want? Ate them.
Yeah. We have a partnership with Whataburger.
Oh, man, I love them honey chicken biscuit sandwiches.
You do? They have fries too.
Yeah.
Maybe they might need a fry spokesperson. I feel like good things could happen for you because you've done the fry deal before. Like, what makes a good spokesperson?
You gotta just
be eating the fries and eating the food all the time.
You gotta be able to sell and let them know how good it is. I've had some Whataburger fries. They are good.
Do you like it with the dipping sauce?
Oh yeah, I'm a big sauce guy. Barbecue, honey mustard, ketchup.
Yeah, they've got a couple different ketchups too.
They got the sauce.
They got the spicy. They got the fancy. Okay, well, I feel like we gotta work on a fry deal for you to just like welcome you to Houston.
Come on.
He wanted some food here. We were not prepared, but maybe we could hook you up. All right, what about this Texan secondary? They moved some people around here recently, so now you're playing opposite Desmond King. How's that been for you so far?
It's been cool. It's the NFL. Everybody's here able. Next man up. That's the mentality all the time. And I once was a guy thrown into a secondary where, they was asked about me and things like that. But everybody's able to hold their own and do what they have to do to allow us to win games.
All right, good stuff. Looking forward to seeing what the rest of the year has in store for you. Terrance, Money Mitchell, and hopefully one day a Whataburger spokesperson. I thought that was great. I think that they just need to have this guy as a spokesperson.
I appreciate that.
All right, thanks for being on.
Thank you for having me.
AJ Moore breaks down his offseason look. That's next on Texans 360. Texans 360 rolls on. We caught up with AJ Moore and his social media. When you're all dressed up with nowhere to go? That was not AJ Moore. He definitely had somewhere to go. He's been all over in his travels, and we caught up with him. All right, AJ, I feel like I have to show you this post. Your caption is sensational. It is truly sensational. You in Miami.
Miami Nights.
Miami Nights. You are head to toe Christian Dior.
From glasses, the shirt, the pants, trousers, to the shoes.
You were committed.
I was. I actually had that outfit for about a month and a half before I even wore it. I definitely wanted to wear it for a special moment, and I don't think there was a better moment other than Lonnie Johnson's wedding, my teammate. Love that guy, proud of him. Congrats to him and Selena. And I wanted to look good. I wanted to dress for the occasion, and I think I did okay.
You did all right. So this was for Lonnie's wedding. This was the night of the wedding. This is what you wore?
It was.
All right, so are you singing at his wedding? What's happening here?
It was just a cool little, I would say like cool little setup that he had in the corner for people to show off their outfits and just to fellowship with each other, and that was a cool deal that they had at the wedding.
All right, what was your favorite memory from the night?
My favorite memory from that night would have to be seeing him and Selena at the altar. You know, just love in the air and just really there just supporting my brother.
All right, I want to show you this picture.
What we got?
Looks like you're on vacation somewhere.
Okay.
Living with no regrets.
Okay, yep.
And you are quite an Instagram photographer. I don't know if you took these pictures. These are some amazing pictures that you took.
Thank you.
Where was this? And oh, look how artistic that is too.
I believe that's either Cabo or that's Puerto Vallarta. I don't think I'm saying that right.
Puerto Vallarta.
That, so I call it PV. So I know
Mexico.
people are gonna laugh at me for the way I said that, but I call it PV for short. That was a great trip, had a lot of fun. I was able to get some cool pictures.
All right, so you went to PV this off season.
I did.
What were some of the things you did? What, you just wanted to get away, I assume?
Really, literally just to get away and relax, and that's exactly what I did. I didn't even leave the resort. I bought a nice room and enjoyed it.
Are you a big traveler otherwise?
I am, and I'm looking forward to hitting so many other spots. I did all of Mexico almost this off season, and it was pretty cool.
All right, where's next? What's the next place you want to hit up?
I want to see the Eiffel Tower, and I want to go to Africa. So Cape Verde, Africa, that's next.
Okay, probably not on the same trip. They're pretty far apart.
Right.
It'd be two separate trips.
For sure.
All right, well, I'm sure your Instagram post will not disappoint.
Oh yeah, y'all should be looking forward to those.
That's awesome. Love seeing where these guys travel all throughout the offseason. Whitney Mercilus travels a bunch too, but you know what? He's been in Houston for his entirety of his 10-year NFL career. Drew Doherty had the hard-hitting questions for Whit.
Well, this is fun because this guy and I, we've talked a few times over the years. We've even gone to Mexico City together over the years. Not just you and me, but we were on one of those scouting trips before the Texans played in Mexico City back in 2016. We went in June and toured all around the sites. But it's Whitney Mercilus. Okay, in the kitchen with Whit. Now, you have a storied background as a food lover, as a chef. How did this all come about, man?
Like, man, I love food. I love to cook. So let me try doing something for the kids, essentially on IG or whatever.
Yeah.
And just making some simple things like, and I would consult with individuals from the organization like Easter Seals, what would be in somebody's typical pantry.
Yeah.
And just take ingredients from there and to create some things for children with disabilities and all that. So I decided to do that. And so one thing led to another. And so that's where In the Kitchen with Whit became reality in a sense, or has been brought to fruition, is bringing in some favorite chefs around the city to cook with. And we did that first event. That was last year. It was really cool. We were able to raise about $70,000.
Do you have a go-to? I mean, is there something you make over and over again, or more so than other stuff when you're at home actually cooking?
No, not really.
No?
I'm not the one to always repeat dishes.
Yeah.
I just gotta have that. I just feel like an inspiration. It's just like, okay, today I want to make this.
Okay.
Or I just dream it up or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I've done it and I may not do it well the first time, then I'll redo it. But to come back to it over and over and over to make sure that it's a go-to, no, not really.
What's your favorite exercise in the weight room, and what's your least favorite weight room exercise?
Favorite exercise in the weight room? I have to say it's single leg squats.
Okay.
Yeah. I know some people don't they hate and love leg day. Least favorite would have to be like incline bench or dumbbell incline bench. I hate that.
How come?
I don't even know. It's just like, man, my shoulders just aren't strong like they used to. That's it. Yeah, because I could bench heavy.
Sure.
But incline bench, I used to be able to throw up like 315 when I was in college.
Wow.
Yeah, but yeah, man, you can't do it. Plus all those hits too.
Yeah, that'll take its toll on you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's week 5, and I've done this now 5 times. This Drew's dozen. All 5 of you that I've asked that question of,
yeah,
you've all said squat.
You get to make your quads look I'm telling you, the detail, the definition in there when you flex, oh my gosh, when your quads look right, oh man, it's solid.
Thanks so much, and keep doing those squats, right?
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Got to make the quads look good. You might want to hop on that program too.
Yeah, I got little bird leg quads, so I don't know. I'm more of an upper body guy, right? As you can tell.
Okay.
So. Whitney Mercilus, you're the best, man. Thanks.
No problem. Appreciate it.
Papa John's and the Houston Texans are giving back. That's next on Texans 360.
A portion of this broadcast is sponsored by Cigna. Together all the way.
We're back with the final segment of Texans 360. The Houston Texans Youth Football League, they kicked off their season. And on hand were the Houston Texans partner Papa John's with a special surprise for the kids. Take a look.
Hi, my name is Keith Sullins, and I'm the president of Papa John's Pizza here in Houston, Texas. And we are so happy and proud to be out here at the flag football with the YMCA. And we got invited here today to bring a little special joy, and we've done that because if you haven't been watching TV, we have this thing called the Shaquille O'Neal Pizza. And what we're doing is for every Shaquille O'Neal pizza that's bought, we donate back to charities. And this is the best one that we could possibly be. Why? Because kids love pizza and they love football. So we're going to make a donation today to try to help the kids get this kicked off.
We are excited to kick off the 2021 fall season. Youth football is very special and crucial to a kid's development, learning teamwork, learning work ethic, learning discipline, learning how to fight through adversity. So we're just so excited about your child starting football today.
That's going to do it for Texans 360. Remember, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Ladies, get your mammograms. Check out houstonmethodist.org/pink for more information. Thank you to everyone watching and everyone that worked on this show. That's going to do it for us. And as always, go Texans.
Thanks for watching and go Texans. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell for new content.